Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Kieran Downer from Document Management Tasmania, and thank you yet again for joining me. 3D happens to be the fastest changing technology in the print world because it is limitless, and the speed of this changing technology is so quick. So here, I want to actually talk to you about the different things that we do. We actually have what we call a MakerBot lab, where we actually produce products for what we call prosumer. Now, prosumer represents models, things for schools, architects, more so than actually things that do things. Mind you, in saying that, we can print in things such as carbon fibre and all sorts of different substrates these days with the method devices, with the MakerBot method. So, what we are talking about here today is if you look at machines, do you need a big machine or a little machine, and what's the difference? Well, one of the biggest differences is the chamber. Now, you're always going to be limited with 3D printing by the size of your chamber. That is the ability to produce in one piece. But what are you going to do is if you've only got a device with a build chamber of this, and you want to build something that would normally come out of this, like this big fella. The reality is you can produce it, but to do it, you've got to use a third-party bit of software, and you put it together a bit like a Lego jigsaw, if you would, where you build it in components, you divide the file, build the file to your build plate, and then put it together in post-production. So the reality is if you're looking for a 3D printer, a couple of things that you need to determine. What are the projects you're going to be producing? Are they big? Are they small? If they are small, by all means, go for a smaller device. That doesn't limit you your ability to produce big projects. It just means that you're going to have one more step. That is, you're going to carve it into pieces and then put it together after the fact. On that, this is the place to play because there is nothing you can't do. And I also warmly welcome, if you don't know much about 3D printing, go onto the web and have a look at places like Makerspace. You will find there are websites, one for example called Thingiverse, where there's over 1 million different projects that you could download today in order to create your own 3D whatever. It's an incredible place to play. Have fun, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow.